we're back in Havana. It is April, I guess about the 17th, 18th, or is it the 14th? Anyway, it's one of those 2 dates or 3 dates.
What's it called?
The snooze radio?
Sound soother.
Oh, yeah.
So they didn't like the looks of it.
They couldn't...
They never saw one before, probably.
Well, they didn't know what was it. It was a black case.
Right. American, A-M-I-L-C.
Oh, miracle, that's the thing.
It's A. You can call me also Cal. It's easier.
Cal? Okay,
Cal, yeah.
Cal.
America is going to be our interpreter, translator, and Limonta is going to be our tribe for the whole week.
Bienvenido a Cuba.
Welcome to Cuba. A hotel very well located, walking distance to old Havana.
Bowman and Dover.
That's the Capitol building.
Hi, my name is Alex Fuster, the son of Jose Fuster, the artist, and he is not here in Cuba, he's in Santo Domingo. He's a painter, ceramics, and a sculptor, and has more than 40 years of work in the art. This is his house and workshop. Fuster has a community project that beginning around 11 years. I invite you to go inside and see the Fuster studio. In the first floor, you can see the gallery, some of his painting, everything for sale. And in the second floor, we have the ceramics workshop. I invite you to go inside. These important elements of the house is the Cuban table. Fuster represents all the province of the Cuban island. Oh. If you sit in some of the place of the table, sit in one of the province.
I see. Oh, that's wonderful. Santiago.
This is a Russian color.
Yes.
Ella terminó el técnico medio en inglés.
And this is homage to the people of Jaimanitas.
Is this what you have for sale, or you have other stuff for sale? You have other
Whole
things
house is for
besides
sale.
this?
Like on this trip, I'll do 6 in the picture. I'll put, like on this trip, I'll do 6 in the picture. I'll print one, maybe brown.
We can put any.
That's cute. That's cute.
There you go.
If the
look at that.
How do we go upstairs?
That's funny, Martin. I knew that a couple.
We're probably going to take the one you're holding.
That piece and that piece I'm looking at.
This is water.
Yeah, watercolor. That is fun, isn't it?
The surface.
This makes much more of a statement than this does.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But Jerry likes that, so maybe. No, this. So I'm looking at those two.
I like that one. You know, it's
I've gone through it once.
Just like the other.
Did he inherit it? Has it? He inherited
Yeah, I inherited it.
No, we want to look to see which one we like.
God, I didn't know it was well.
Only since the early 90s has there been any kind of opening in the society for private enterprise. There was no private enterprise or private business at all here before the early 90s. In the early 90s there began to be some reforms and some opening up, and there are a number of areas where private business is permitted, but in a rather restricted way. But the whole society is organized in a way where private individual business is not encouraged at all. The tourism industry has managers, but they'll be working for the state or perhaps for a joint venture.
I see. Okay.
You know, a business thing, but it's like individual private enterprise is not something that is really existed here.
Who supports the
Okay,
JDC?
the JDC, first of all, started in 1914, First World War. Now, we can say that the origin was held by American Jews who wanted to help other Jewish communities in crisis in different parts of the world. It started in what is Palestine, Israel then Palestine, sorry. And they saw people very poor with very bad conditions, and they started fundraising. And after that, they developed different activities and different programs around the world, not only from America to Cuba, from America to Israel, in Eastern Europe, in the former Soviet Union, in Argentina, in Latin America, in different countries, and in Africa. And we are brothers with the federations of the Jewish federations of the United States.
There definitely is an attempt, especially recently. It was kind of like a self-criticism process that went on here in Cuba, that on the part of the government or the Communist Party maybe, that said that they were wrong to say that you can't be a revolutionary or you can't be a socialist and also be a believer. And they said that, and they changed that. And many believers who had been hiding their beliefs and being active communists were able to come out of the closet as believers. And many communists or active revolutionaries who had felt the necessity to repress their spiritual sides or their beliefs came out of that closet. And you saw a kind of revival, not just in Judaism, but in all of the religious faiths in Cuba. There's definitely been that kind of change.
And Patricia Lapidus.
From
From
Argentina to Cuba.
Rosario, Argentina, and now in Cuba.
From Rosario to Cuba, like the Che Guevara.
Uh-huh.
Also chair a little bit of all the Jewish congregations, all the Jewish communities in Cuba. You want to know about the Jews in Cuba, how many we are? We still have 3 synagogues in Havana, you know the story, 1 Jew, 2 synagogues. So we have 3. But this is the best one. I'm the president, I have to say that. And this is the best
because you're the president.
Thanks. We will make good business. And we commemorate last Monday Yom HaShoah, the day of the Holocaust. Let me tell you that the Cuban government broke relations with Israel in 1973 during the summit of the non-aligned countries in Algeria. But the Cuban government respects us. We don't feel any kind of anti-Semitism in this country. We have the best relations with the government, and the Cuban government since 1995 allowed the Jews who can show that they have Jewish ancestors, if they want to emigrate to Israel, so they are allowed to do that. As we don't have direct diplomatic ties with Israel, so the Canadian embassy is in charge of the Israel issues. So if you are Jewish, if at least you have a Jewish grandfather, so you can fill a form. The form is sent to the Jewish agency in Israel. If they approve that, so you're allowed to emigrate to Israel. They call it reunification of the family. About 12 members of the community went to Poland. They visited the different concentration camps, and then they went to Israel, where they spent another week. In 1998, the late Pope came to Cuba. He didn't come to the synagogue, he came to Cuba, and because he came to Cuba, the Cuban government, honoring his visit, decided that year to celebrate the 25th of December as a holiday. After the revolution, so the 25th of December is a normal working day. So, but since then, the 25th of December is a holiday. After the Pope left, so President Castro invited 70 members from different Christian churches and 6 members of the Jewish community to meet with him and to ask us if we have something to complain about the policy of the government toward the religion and all this. The meeting was at night, and I was sitting so close to Castro. I was sitting next to Dr. Miller, our late president, he was a little deaf, so I sat next to Dr. Miller and I had to translate from Spanish to Spanish. In one of the breaks, I wanted to shake hands with the President Castro. I have seen Castro during 40 years on TV, and that night I was sitting so close to him. So I asked one of his advisors if it's possible for me to shake hands, to make him some questions. He said, in one of the breaks, I will introduce you. It happened, I stood up, I shook hands, he kissed me both cheeks. I didn't wash my face in 2 weeks. And so I asked President Castro, why you never visited the Jewish community? I know you have been in the Catholic Cathedral, you have been in other Christian churches, but you never visited the Jewish community. So he said, but you never invited me. And that was true. So I said, would you like to come for Hanukkah? We will have a Hanukkah party in December, and we will be very honored if you will come and join us. And he said, but what's Hanukkah? He didn't know the meaning of Hanukkah. Then the advisor told me I have to go back to my place. The meeting was going to continue. So how can you explain the meaning of Hanukkah in 2 words, in 2 seconds? It's very difficult. So I remembered that, I remember something, and I said, President Castro, I know you like revolutions. He said, yes, of course. So Hanukkah is the revolution of the Jews. So he said, I will come. In 1953, but in 1960,
Besides that, we have the bus to bring the people on Monday. Yes. Well, this is for the daily service, this area. Upstairs, we have a big sanctuary for 300 persons for the main holidays. Upstairs? We buy kosher food in Israel, we bring the kosher food to Panama, and Panama to Cuba. This is a holiday week for the school in Cuba. And now they have free time, and we have to involve with the synagogue because many persons assimilate in the country. We need to maintain the kids and all our children in connection with the synagogue. The problem is to keep the mind busy.
Well, this is my father's talus that he was born in 1918, 1919, and he gave this to me just before he died, and I've kept it in a bag at home all this time with my own talus that I was bermitted in. I got that for another shul today, but this I thought I'd like to give to this shul as it's the oldest one here, and please God.
So many people with romantic spirit. 3 different neighborhoods. We have the first big unit built after the revolution here is this. Then in the 70s, this very dull neighborhood. So that's why we always use these as a lesson of what should not be done.
Cienfuegos was founded 300 years after the foundation of Havana City. Havana City was founded 1519 and Cienfuegos was founded in 1819. Cienfuegos was founded by French colonists coming from Louisiana who decided to establish in this city. And this is the downtown of Cienfuegos. You see over there, that is the Catholic Church.
What we're saying is that La Colmenita is a group of children and adults that have been working together for around 16 years, but at the very beginning they didn't have any resources to make theater. So they make theater with their own resources, whatever they could get. They were given a house in 1998, and in a year they with their own resources and the parents' resources, they made, for example, like a sound studio, and they made the offices and everything. And what La Colmenita does usually is that they go to remote places to perform for children in Cuba, and they do it in theaters, in big theaters, but also they go to schools where they, for example, in the school for the deaf and the deaf and the mute children, they go there to prepare plays with that kind of children. Colmenita is a very family sense thing. They are like a family that make theater. They have their own big like headquarters, which is a big house. They cook for themselves, and it's very good. It's a very nice atmosphere where children grow up and learn a lot, not only about theater, but about discipline and things of life that they should know. So we have 430 instructors that are ex-students from our school that are already working in the whole province. So after these 4 years, the state has guaranteed. The state provides all the studying materials and all the conditions that they need. Whatever they need, everything free of charge. They do not train dancers. They do not train musicians. They train people, students, or who will train others. Teachers of arts. So whatever they learn, they are able to put into the others at the schools or at the communities. Okay. So with all the intentions, we then begin the study of the Cuban music. Whatever it identifies a Cuban nationality, and also on children's music. They must be 15 years of age to get into the school. They finish when they are 18 years of age. Those teachers are the vanguard, the main specialists in music of the province. Those same artists you see around playing for people, entertaining people, are the ones who come here to train these students. They have the advantage also that they have, most of the students of the school are children of farmers, of workers, ordinary people. The mission of the school is to train a person who is going to teach arts. They have what they call a comprehensive instructor. For example, there is a person who gets to learn music, but during those 4 years, he gets also theater, visual arts, and dance.
Are very, very proud of your culture, and I think we Americans, and we have a melting pot of cultures, and it would be very, very difficult for us to have a school such as this because we all come from different backgrounds.
Ay, mi hermanita querida. El problema es que a tu papito ya no le gusta tu mamita. Se te vaya, chica, tú siempre estás en la mente. Cuidado que me lastimas. Mami, dame una explicación, una sola. Dayani, te dije que no hay más nada que decir. Se va y punto. ¿Pero por qué? ¿Por qué? Chica, ¿qué pasa aquí? ¡Papi!
Que dejabas en el centro de mi vida que florecerá por ti, que no se caigan las hojas de los libros, que no se olvide la historia.
Cultivando rosas blancas que se funden en el machete de Mambí y en la punta del creyón. Es la hora de tomarnos de las manos, pues no habrá
panav elecha v'kuneka yisadanai yisadanai panav elecha v'yasim lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you.
Que Dios te bendiga y te cuide.
May He shine His countenance upon you. May He shine His love upon
que su
you.
continencia brille sobre ti, su fuerza sobre ti.
And may you, when you grow up,
Y que haga que ti que cuando crezcas
be as bright as the Shabbat light.
seas tan brillante como estas velas del Shabbat.
And in your own way,
Y en tu forma,
you will bring light to millions and millions of other people.
y en tu propia forma vas a llevar la luz a millones y millones de personas.
And please God, you will end war.
Y por favor, Dios va a terminar la guerra.
You will be a part in ending hatred.
Vas a ser parte de terminar el odio.
And spread as much love,
Y diseminar el amor, tanto amor,
compassion,
la compasión
and peace.
Y la paz.
The national champion of Cuba, Industriales, who has been defeated twice by Santiago de Cuba. So we need to win tonight. And then we're going to win tonight.
By how much? Who's favorite?
10-0.
Who's favorite?
Industriales.
I bless you, the two of you who have made this very fast because she's in her 6th month. So we thought we'd better marry the two of them right away. You have given your consent to come here in this beautiful temple in Cuba, of all places, to do your vows, and I'm the comic up here. Shut up. Okay. I'm telling you. Savri Maranan, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei pari hagofen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishonu v'zarasavonu, ha'oros v'yosalonu esor v'sod. V'hitel lanu et nusuad lana al yedei chuppah v'kiddushim. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh amo Yisrael al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. I ask you please that you take a sip. Don't chug-a-lug. A little sip will do. A little sip. Okay.
You good?
No comments on the wine.
Okay. And you as well. These following blessings, the Sheva Brachot, the 7 blessings, have been here for centuries, enabling our people to get married and propagate the expect from the two of you, so that you've already done your job, so that we can continue with our ceremonies and become strong and beautiful, and our longevity of our people shall last forever. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzei Adam. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam asher yotzei Adam b'tzalmo b'tzalmo tavnita v'itkin lo mimenu binyan adei yad. Baruch atah Adonai yotzei Adam. Sos tasis v'tagel hakara b'kibbutz v'nehel letocha v'mehera v'simcha. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach Tzion b'vaneh ha'sameach t'samach v'im ha'ovim k'samacho ha'yetzirecha v'gan eden v'kedem. Baruch atah Adonai mesamech hatan im kala. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'kala gila rina. That we should all be blessed. It should be a very happy and beautiful occasion for everybody. Kol sason v'kol simcha. There should be voices of joy and gladness. Kol chatan v'kol kala. The voice of bride and groom should be heard. we bless Him, Kala, blessed are you, O Lord, who brings bride and groom together. Im eshkachech Yerushalayim tishkach yemini, if I forget Jerusalem, may my right hand forget its cunning, which means that we must never forget Yerushalayim, Jerusalem. We should never forget that we are Jewish. We are brought together by the spirit of Judaism in this beautiful temple, and God bless you for allowing me to be here and do this beautiful simcha underneath the chuppah, which is a kosher chuppah. It's even better than the silly ones they put up with flowers. This is a kosher one for the two of you. I should say a few words. I'll be very brief.
Their arms are getting tired.
Yeah, well, they got 2 arms. It's okay. Just be quiet.
You're the state.
I bless the 2 of you.
Your right arm?
And I'm in a flip. I get paid by the minute, so it's supposed to be. Okay. Howie, who I have known for, I don't want to say how long because that'll date me. But we know each other since junior high school. And we were in the same class together, and who would ever think all these years later I would be here in Cuba, of all places, marrying these 2 people. And you, Helene, I love you. Everyone loves you. Him, but you. And we are so. This is an incredible guy. He was always the smartest guy, and he was a smartass. And in junior high school, and he was smart enough to get someone like you. So he still retains.
Finally.
That
It took him a while.
It took him a while, but they're going to make it legal from now on. Oh, Yeshama, may the ever be heard. Oh, Yeshama, Be'ore Yehuda, in the cities of Judah, and the Chutzot Yerushalayim, in the streets of Jerusalem, Kol Sason, Kol Simcha, Kol Chatan, and Kol Kala. The voices of happiness, of joy, of health, please, for the 2 of you. Please, God. Okay. Now I ask the 2. So I thank you for this particular honor, and this is
Thank
beautiful.
you.
What I do, can I have the ring, please? As you place this upon her finger, please repeat after me. Hare.
Hare.
At. Mikudeshet. Li. Betabat. Zo. Kadat. Moshe. V'Yisrael. With this ring.
The Fidel.
With this ring. With this ring.
With this ring.
Yeah, he's real smart.
With this ring.
I consecrate you unto me.
I consecrate you unto me.
According to the laws of Moses.
According to the laws of
Moses. And the state of Israel.
State of Israel.
Okay. Do you have a ring for him?
Yes. It's in your pocket.
Uh-oh. Oh, where'd that come from?
Hare. Ata. Mikudash. Li. Betabat. Zo. Kadat. Moshe. V'Yisrael. I hereby declare you my husband.
I declare you.
No. I hereby declare you
husband.
my husband.
Husband is usually the main gender. So
I hereby declare.
No, be quiet.
I hereby declare you my husband.
And proudly place this ring upon your finger.
Proudly place this ring upon your finger.
Bless the 2 of you. God bless you with health and happiness and love. I'm not going to make you walk around each other. However, no. I ask all of you. I'm going to place. When
kiss. They didn't kiss. They didn't kiss. What about the kiss?
What about the kiss? Wait a minute.
They're not married.
They're not ready. Oh, they haven't broken the glass yet.
After you get married, I tell you right now, the arguments that you had before, they will continue. Nothing changes except the fact that you're living together in harmony and love and blessed by the state of Israel. When you have an argument, I tell this to all of the people I marry, when you have an argument, I ask you to sit down and talk to each other. Just talk it out, okay? I used to do this with my ex-wife. But for them, I had the A material here. Okay. And I want to bless you and all of you as well. And I thank you all for being here. The threefold Kohanic blessing, guys. I ask you to lower your heads and silently let us pray that health, happiness, and all the joys of life, Yiddishkeit come your way. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May He shine His countenance upon you. May He shine His countenance upon you and give you a love, a beautiful, wonderful life together. Please God, for many, many years, and may we always get together. On the 5th of Iyar, this is the anniversary of the State of Israel. What a blessed time to be brought into union of holy Jewish matrimony. I love you guys. Howie, I always loved you. I really did. I always loved you. And you, I love more than him.
You just met me.
Even though I just met you. So God bless the two of you. May your life be just a bed of roses and one of joy and happiness, as I said. Howie, I'm going to place this beneath your foot. You'll wait till I take away my hand. And you're going to break this glass into... the reason we do it, there are many reasons. One of the reasons is we should always remember the destruction of the temple. The other real reason is many, many years ago, and you should know this, it was superstition that they believed when breaking glass would chase away evil demons that come to cast aspersions on the bride and groom. So don't worry, it's superstition.
Okay.
And Jews don't believe in superstition. We also don't like to take chances. You're going to break this into millions of fragments.
I hope so.
My prayer is that as long as it takes me to put each fragment into a glass and make it whole, that's how long I want your happiness.
That's nice.
To stay forever and ever, guys.
Great metaphor.
Metaphor.
Watch the hand.
Okay.
Look at you. You're crying. Oh, Mazel Tov. Oh, that's great to... I want to get a hug too. Oh, this is wonderful. Wonderful.
We're all doing it, everybody.
The videographer is here to the left, the stills are there coming, okay.
There you go.
We're very happy to be having this activity. We're very happy that the Kohanita has come to perform for us, and also our children and people from the Sunday school will be performing as well together with them. And we're very pleased that we are able to have this joint activity, and grateful that the families and the parents have been able to come as well.
thank you for being so gracious in welcoming us to your community. I speak for all the people who came with me.
Estoy hablando en nombre de todas las personas que vienen conmigo.
This is Sammy Shore. From each and every one of us, thank you so very much for this opportunity.
Muchas gracias a todos.
Vayamos a hacerle un traje a Batelio. ¡Esto es plan! ¡Vamos allá, colega! ¡Pero qué traje tan bello! Tenían que ser al nido de Doña Aurora, más conocida en el barrio como la comadre Catalina. La comadre